We saw you there on the news of the protest yesterday. Very few people turned up for the protest. And, is this just a stunt for you to get some headlines?
No, well, I've been anti-war activist for a very long time. And, for example, I would have been involved in the big demonstration in 2003 against the Iraq war, long before I was a TD. And at that time, Joe Biden was one of the major advocates for that war, along with George Bush. He supported the drive towards the invasion and occupation of Iraq, which killed maybe 500,000 innocent people in Iraq and absolutely destroyed that country. So he has a long history of supporting war-mongering. He's also a very, very strong supporter and advocate of Israel, despite the ethnic cleansing, the illegal occupation, the war crimes that Israel is committing.
So you have an issue with...
I believe he needs to be challenged on those issues.
So you're talking about foreign policy issues that are here. We all know notoriously that the American voting public do not care about foreign policy. That's just the way it is. And he's not looking for your vote. And you want to be able to challenge him in the Dáil today. But you're like, he doesn't care. But he doesn't.
Well.
And it's kind of... No, I'm just saying he's not looking for your vote. He's not here to talk to you and to answer to you about American foreign policy. So, what do you think it makes kind of going, I'm not going to the Dáil to watch him speak? Do you think your constituents are happy with something like that?
I think, to be honest, my constituents didn't elect me to be a nodding donkey who sits there as somebody makes a speech and isn't questioned or criticised about things that do pertain to this country and that they are concerned about. And the fact
but no other president has been questioned when they've addressed
President Ursula von der Leyen.
But that's different. She's the European president, and we have a bigger.
I don't see the difference.
Well, of course we do, because we are part of the EU.
No, I don't see the difference. If a major political head of state, particularly a head of state who's coming here looking to garner votes in the United States, and that's the major reason he's here, I believe he should be questioned, particularly around matters of policy that impact on the world and the world's security and on this country, because I think part of the reason he's here is because the Irish government are very keen to move us away from neutrality and closer to the NATO military alliance, which the US dominate. And I believe that is part of the soft-soaping of Irish public opinion to try and move us away from our traditional position of neutrality.
Okay.
It's very difficult for me to stomach, as an anti-war activist, somebody being presented as a peacemaker when, in fact, they've been involved in advocating war on a terrible scale in Iraq, in supporting Israel's crimes against the Palestinians, and recently selling billions worth of arms to the Saudi dictatorship to prosecute the war in Yemen.
So
These
are you looking
serious issues.
For everyone from a party to be able to stand up and question him? Was that what you want?
Yeah, we wanted...
Like in the Dáil today, after he does his speech, everyone from each party stand up and go, well, I want to ask you this. Is that what you want?
Yeah, that's politics. And that's what he's an elected politician. Right? He's not royalty, and this fawning we have. But you see, there is a subservience, and we're seeing it for the last week, where he's dominating the headlines. It's all sort of, I don't know what it is, to be honest.
Is it not good news for Ireland, though? Is it not good news for Ireland?
I mean, in what sense is it good news? I mean, we have economic relations, and of course we have cultural relations with the United States, and I have no problem with celebrating those. But that does not mean you insulate the elected political leader of the United States from legitimate questioning and challenging. And as I said, when von der Leyen and other heads of state senior politicians have come here, we've had the opportunity to question them. Why should he be insulated? And I think it is linked to the policy of successive Irish governments of allowing millions of US troops through Shannon Airport to, for example, prosecute the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
And this is the rendition flights that we all looked at.
Absolutely.